I just finished building a dipole for 14.2 megahertz. I mounted the antenna, connect my antenna analyzer, and instead of finding the lowest SWR at my resonant frequency of 14.2 megahertz, my lowest SWR is at 13.8 megahertz. I checked my calculations. They're correct. Now what? Did I make the antenna too long? Too short? I measured everything twice. So why isn't it resonant? What went wrong? If you ever have this problem, fortunately, your antenna analyzer already knows the answer. We just have to understand what it's trying to tell us. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to tell if your antenna is electrically too long or electrically too short, and why your analyzer came to that conclusion. Most amateurs have experienced this at least once. You calculate the antenna length, you measure carefully, you double check your work, everything looks perfect. Then you install the antenna, and suddenly the resonant frequency has moved. Many people immediately reach for the wire cutters. But before changing anything, there's one question you need to answer. Which direction should you go? Making the antenna shorter when it actually needs to be longer only makes the problem worse. Fortunately, your analyzer already knows the answer. You simply need to understand what it's telling you. Our dipole was designed for 14.2 megahertz. Instead, the analyzer shows the lowest SWR at 13.8 megahertz. At first glance, all we know is that resonance isn't where we expected. But most modern antenna analyzers tell us much more than SWR. They also display two values, resistance and reactance. The resistance tells us the real part of the antenna's impedance. The reactance tells us whether the antenna is behaving inductively or capacitively at the frequency we are measuring. Now here's the important part. The analyzer didn't make the antenna inductive or capacitive. It simply reports how the antenna is behaving. That behavior can be influenced by many things: the diameter of the wire, the insulation surrounding the wire, the height above ground, nearby buildings, trees, metal structures, feed point hardware, and even the way the antenna is installed. Every one of these can change the antenna's electrical behavior, causing the resonant frequency to shift from where you originally intended. The analyzer isn't telling you what caused the shift, it's telling you the result. Our job is to interpret that result. Suppose the analyzer shows positive reactance, positive X. That tells us that at 14.2 megahertz, the antenna is behaving inductively. In practical terms, the antenna is electrically too long for the frequency we're trying to use. The solution is to shorten it slightly. Now imagine the opposite situation. Suppose the analyzer shows negative reactance, negative X. Now the antenna is behaving capacitively. That tells us the the antenna is electrically too short for the desired frequency. The solution is to lengthen it. Suddenly, the analyzer isn't just measuring the antenna, it's telling us exactly which direction to go. At this point, you might be asking another question. If the analyzer tells us the antenna is too long, why wasn't the original calculation correct? That's a great question. The answer is that every antenna calculation assumes an ideal antenna installed under ideal conditions. Real antennas don't live in an ideal world. They live above real ground, near real buildings, beside real trees, using real wire. Every one of those things slightly changes the antenna's electrical length. That's why the equation gets us close, but mostly not perfect. The analyzer shows us what actually happened after the antenna was installed. Once you know which direction to move, the process becomes simple. Make a small adjustment. Measure gain. Watch the reactance move toward zero. As the reactance approaches zero, the resonant frequency moves closer to your target. Eventually, the analyzer shows zero reactance, right where you wanted resonance all along. Now the antenna isn't just close, it's tuned. Many amateurs spend years adjusting antennas by trial and error. Cut a little, measure. Cut a little more, measure again. Sometimes they get lucky. Sometimes they don't. But once you understand what the reactance is telling you, you are no longer guessing. You're making informed adjustments. And that's exactly what an antenna analyzer was designed to help you do. This is Trevor from Telecom Training. If you found this video helpful and would like to see more videos like this, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.